fans never know just how much time, money, and energy is spent creating the next Hollywood hit before the cameras even start rolling. A script may be as polished or acclaimed as can be, but there's no predicting what will happen when the cast and crew arrive on set. Sometimes, lines or scenes improvised on the spot can not only work, but become instant classics. Here are screen. The Avengers: Age of Ultron. Even though the two met as enemies, Hawkeye and Quicksilver wound up as allies by the movie's final fight. That didn't stop the Archer from being tempted to take him down.
No. Nobody.
The gag was improvised by Jeremy Renner during shooting, but was just too good to leave out. Guardians of the Galaxy. Bradley Cooper recorded the voice of Rocket Raccoon once filming Niraha, but it was director James Gunn's brother Sean who played the mercenary on set. When the rest of the team are agreeing to lead a suicide mission, the actor apparently had his co-stars in tears, before improvising the now famous end to the entire scene.
Now I'm standing. You all happy? Bunch of jackasses standing in a circle.
Independence Day. Sometimes an unscripted line can fit the scene so perfectly, audiences don't even think twice about it. When Will Smith's fighter pilot is dragging an unconscious alien across the salt flats, he lets all his frustration out on his would-be killer. Nobody warned the crew that Utah's Great Salt Lake is home to millions of brine shrimp, who rot just below the sandy crust when the lake dries out. The result?
And what the hell is that smell?
Will Smith's final outburst had nothing to do with the alien, just the location. Jurassic World. As serious as a runaway dinosaur might be, the Jurassic Park sequel found time for plenty of humor. But when the oddball tech Lowry decided to play the hero, he gets shut down fast.
No, I have a boyfriend.
The line was improvised, and the two playing out the surprise reveal made it into the final cut. The Wolf of Wall Street. Matthew McConaughey has become famous for doing everything a little bit differently. But sometimes his odd behavior behind the camera makes it out in front. When audiences first saw his character start humming and beating his chest in a crowded restaurant, they were just as confused as Leonardo DiCaprio. The ritual was one McConaughey would actually practice before shoots. When his co-star caught it, he asked if they could try during the scene. Even so, you can spot DiCaprio cracking up and even looking to his director and crew as the ritual builds. The Lego Movie. Given how famous Morgan Freeman's voice has become, it shouldn't surprise us that even his outtakes are too good to leave out. When Vitruvius is introducing Emmett to the rest of the Master Builders, a mix-up with Gandalf and Dumbledore leads to a quick one-liner.
Alright, you gotta write all that down because I'm not gonna remember any of it, but here we go.
The line wasn't performed, but actually spoken by Freeman to the directors during his time in the recording booth. Obviously, the directors found the perfect place to fit in the glimpse of Freeman's sense of humor. Star Trek. The big screen reboot of Star Trek managed to excite a new generation of moviegoers, while doing right by fans of the original. And Leonard Nimoy's appearance as the original Spock was a big part of it. As proof that the classics are to be trusted, Nimoy asked J.J. Abrams if he could improvise his final line after seeing Kirk be given command of the Enterprise. It was a perfect moment, setting the movie towards its close and letting Spock and Nimoy hand the franchise off to a new generation with a single order. True Lies. James Cameron's big-budget spy thriller had tons of stunts, but it was Jamie Lee Curtis's relentless workout plan that made headlines, insisting that she perform a sultry dance for her on-screen husband personally. Apparently, she got just as carried away as her character, since her fall to the floor was completely unscripted. You can even watch as Arnold Schwarzenegger jumps up to help before realizing she's pushing through and sliding back into the scene as best she can. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Fans didn't have high hopes for the movie reboot of the Heroes in a Half Shell, but the modern Ninja Turtles kept the teenage energy completely intact. Some of that is due to the actual actors playing the part. When the producer noticed the stars goofing around and freestyling between takes, he insisted they do the same for the actual movie. It became one of the best scenes in the film, with the animators turning the improvised song into a CG masterpiece. Captain America. Marvel relied on some risky special effects to bring their star soldier to life, prior to his superhero rebirth. But even if star Chris Evans' face was added to a smaller actor to start, the audience couldn't prepare themselves for the muscle-bound super soldier that emerged. And neither could Evans' co-star Haley Atwell. The actress has admitted that she's genuinely flustered in the scene, with the reactions and the need to actually touch Evans' pecs all completely unscripted. Do you blame her? Those are the famous, iconic, or hilarious movie moments that have luck and improv to them. But what favorites of yours have we missed? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss our next installment.